Hi, this is Billionaire Story. Welcome back to my channel. Please do like, comment, share and subscribe.
For thousands of years, man has been besotted by the beauty and sparkle of gemstones. These gemstones are meant to be special, and they are even described as fragments of stars and tears of the gods. They had been a part of man's history and ancient culture, whether as an amulet and charms or adornments to the nobles. Gemstones continue to hold magnificent value even to this day. With that, we search and gather the most expensive gemstones in the world to acquire and admire this 2019. Rarity, size, and hardness are the only some of the driving factors that determines a gemstone's values and worth. These mineral crystals are cut and polished carefully by the artisan to reveal its unique beauty and color. Shopping for these precious stones for your collection tend to be confusing as prices may vary from various pieces of jewelry and stones, especially when they appear to be similar. Before spending a fortune, know what you're getting yourself into. Is it natural? Is it genuine? Synthetic? Simulated? Or treated? Many factors are to be considered to determine which gemstones is valuable, but one of the first place to start is knowing if it is natural. Natural gemstones are those that naturally came from nature without interference and modifications from human, aside from its mining created by jewelry manufacturers to enhance its look. Of course, knowing your purpose in acquiring can help you determine which type to choose, especially since rarity is a major factor that determines its price. The rarer the gemstone, the higher its price tag. Now, without further ado, let's jump ahead to the top 10 list of most expensive gemstones in the world. 10th on our list is the Taaffeite. Taaffeite is not very familiar to many due to how rare it is. In fact, it is so scarce that it is considered to be differently compared to spinel. And in 1951, chemical and X-ray analysis confirmed the principal constituents of Taaffeite, such as beryllium, magnesium, and aluminum, making Taaffeite the first mineral to contain both beryllium and magnesium as essential components. It is only known to be found in two locations, Tanzania and Sri Lanka, and some of them are not even suitable for faceting, which make its supply even more limited. The light violet, almost clear gemstone is the only one that has been initially identified from the faceted stone. Buying tip, it is ranked 8 to 8.5 on the Mohs scale of hardness, which means its durability can be trusted, although searching for one can be time-consuming and quite costly. 9th on the list is the Demantoid garnet, one of the rarest garnet varieties. Demantoid can have a green color that rivals emerald and a fire that exceeds diamond. Demantoids are highly prized by both the gem collectors and the jewelry enthusiasts. Even with the discovery of the new sources since 1990s, Demantoids remain very rare. It is the most well-known android garnet and one of the most valuable garnet of any variety. Clean, facetable stones and dispersion, or what we call the fire, that they inspired Northern Scoid to name Demantoid after its diamond-like appearance. 8th on the list is the black opal. Opals are in a class by themselves. As a species, opal is so unique it has its own descriptive vocabulary. More than any other gemstone, each opal is distinctly individual. Opals are also the most delicate gemstones commonly worn and require a special care. Black opals have a black body color with fire, which is often spectacular against a dark background. Body colors can also be very dark, bluish, greenish, or brownish. Please note that the term black opal may also refer to the black pouch, interior opal material covered with a thin layer of crystal opal, which lets the black show through later. Compared to other opals, black with a body tone of N1 to N4 are considered rarest and most popular. Its body has a black color with a fiery pattern that looks spectacular in contrast with the dark background. Majority of the supply around the world came from the lighting ridge in New South Wales, Australia. Seventh on the list is the Benitoite, with dispersion higher than diamond and sapphire blue body color. Benitoite is one of the most attractive of all rare gems. Gem quality crystals have been found only in San Benito County, California. This gem is quite expensive. The rich blue, clean stones at carat and above sizes can command high prices. They're the State Gem of California in 1985. Benitoite was discovered in 1907. At first, people who found it, their opinion of the material's identity ranges from volcanic glass to spinel. But due to its particular color, they call it sapphire. However, stone's greater dispersion and far bridges value distinguishes it from sapphire. Further examination, it revealed it as a new gemstone. While it has a high dispersion, its intense blue color can mask it. Hence, admirers have to choose between letting go of the dispersive display of the stone's darker blue color or opting for a higher one with more evident dispersion. Furthermore, its look fascinating under UV light, where its fluorescence, its glowing blue chalk color, make it beautiful and stunning. Sixth on the list is the Padparadscha sapphire, mined from Sri Lanka, but they can also be found in Madagascar as well as in Tanzania. The finer ones, however, are mostly found in Sri Lanka, as the ones in Madagascar are pinkier, which makes it to have a lower price. Padparadscha has a clarity that is cleaner than ruby, hence buyers must check for the stones with no visible inclusion to the unaided eye. Due to its rarity, the stone shape may be unusual as scatterers try their best to maximize its carat weight. Fifth on the list is the red beryl, also known as Vixabite, the scarlet emerald, and sometimes they call it the red emerald. It is an extremely rare type of beryl with a raspberry pink to almost purplish red color. Despite its name, it's not an emerald, but an entirely different gemstone. It was first discovered in 1904 by Maynard Dixie. Meanwhile, its gem quality stones can only be found in one site, that is in Wawa Mountains in Utah, USA. It is so rare that rubies, which are also rare gemstones, are said to be 8,000 times more plentiful than the red beryl. With that, any clarity and color grade in any size pieces of this stone can easily land a ready buyer. Most of its fine crystal specimens are also guarded and never faceted by mineral collectors. Red beryl has a 7.5 to 8 hardness, which makes it highly wearable, but due to its rarity, it's more often found in mineral collections than in jewelry collections. Fourth on the list is the Alexandrite, often described as an emerald by day and a ruby by night. Alexandrite is an extraordinary color change gemstone. First discovered in the Ural Mountains of Russia in the early 1830s, it was discovered on the same day that Alexander II came of age, and so it came to be known after the 16-year-old future Tsar. It also happens to be similar color to the Russian flag at the time. Its ability to change color so completely brings us to the Alexandrite effect. Essentially, its quintessential color change gemstone against all others are measured. Although Russia has the most famous collection of Alexandrite by far, it had been depleted for over 100 years. Currently, Alexandrite can also be found in the state of Orissa in India. Some in the gem trade believe that this has the same scene as the famous Russian Alexandrite. However, Alexandrite has been recently found in small quantity in Sri Lanka, Tanzania, Madagascar, and Brazil. Alexandrite belongs to the chrysoberyl family and has an orthoruby crystal structure. Now, calling it a color change gemstone is slightly misnomer. It does not basically change in color. Rather, in different lighting condition, it appears to show different color. Alexandrite is also pleochroic, meaning different color can be observed in different angle. And if that is not enough, some varieties of Alexandrite also contain some further phenomena, like the Centoiocy or the cat's eye effect. Third on the list is the Jadeite. Jadeite is the most expensive, beautiful, and rarest variety of all the jade. While it can be found in many colors, its association with the rich emerald color of imperial jade continues to be highly valued. The finest stones in this color can be found in Myanmar. The translucent material is the premium price, while colors such as mauve, lavender, and apple green are also popular among buyers. In the Chinese, Maori, and Mesoamerican culture, it is a huge part of their historical weapon, jewelry, carvings, religious and medical purposes. It is even valued more than gold by the Aztecs, Mayas, and Olmecs. Jadeite pieces are extremely tough. They have excellent wearability and strong resistance to breaking. Consider its depth of color and level of transparency as they are used to base its value. Nearing to the top of the list is the Musgravite, an extremely rare gemstone in the Taaffeite family. The mineral was first discovered at the Musgrave Grange in South Australia. It has shown up in other areas as well, such as Antarctica, Greenland, and Madagascar, but in highly limited quantities only. The first usable gem quality Musgrave specimen was found in 1993. The most expensive gemstones in the world are the colored diamonds. Not only that they are rare, but they are also known to have a spectacular brilliance and are the hardest substance found on Earth. Out of all other gemstones, they are arguably the most popular among people and also the most advertised and romanticized. Its widespread spectrum of colors include black, blue, champagne, chocolate, cognac, green, pink, red, and yellow. Its value is at an entirely different level that costs a fortune. Two of the most stunning examples are the Oppenheimer Blue and the Pink Star. The Oppenheimer Blue Diamond is the largest vivid blue diamond to appear at an auction and was sold for about $57.5 million for weighing 14.62 carat, which makes it worth $3.93 million per carat. Meanwhile, the recent world record breaker, the Pink Star Diamond, was sold at the whopping price of $71.2 million for 59.6 carat or $1.2 million per carat.
Thank you for listening and for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe and click the notification bell for you to be updated for my next upload. God bless everyone.